Hello everyone, my name is Prashant. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to see one more feature in SwiftUI. So as you have seen on the thumbnail, today's feature is about creating forms for by using form we are going to create a login screen today, and inside this we are going to see how you can disable a form. So currently you can see that this form is having two sections and one section is having this login button, but this login button is disabled and it is enabled only when you fill the data here in the two fields. But there is also, we have used one condition that the data which you are entering above, it should be of 5 characters of in both the fields. So like 5 here, still it is not on, but when I click here the one more letter, then it is now enabled. So this is what we are going to see, how you can disable a form and also how you can use a form to create this type of login screen in SwiftUI. So without further ado, let's get started and see how we can do this. So like always, let's open Xcode beta. I'm using Xcode 12 here. Click project, let's make it big screen, click app, let's name it as form demo. Make sure these settings are same, click next, and now we'll save it on our desktop. Click create. Okay, so let me just resize this. Okay, so to create a form, you directly have the option to create form in SwiftUI, but as we are going to create this type of UI here, you can see we have different things here. So let me just resize this so that we can see both the things side by side. So here I have this a navigation title at the top, then we have text fields inside the form and one button. So let's do that. So to save these text fields, as if we have seen in our previous videos, or you must have seen in my videos of text field, we need to create two properties of state so that we can save the value which is user entering inside this text field. So for that we need to create those properties. So let's create those properties first. So it will be private var username, let's assign it with empty string. Same for password, again same. And now we need one more thing, that is when we need to change the state of this button, like if I just reduce one number from this, then it will be disabled. So we need to handle that also. So let's create a property for that. Here I will create the property as private var disable, and this will be a bold type, and we need to change it depending on some condition. So here I have considered a condition of 5 letters, like here 1 2 3 4 and 5, and again here if I type the fifth one, then it is enabled. So both username and password count should be 5 or greater than 5. So let's do that here. Username dot count should be greater than, here I need 5. If it is less than 5, then we need to disable it, and it is available for both password and username. So let's do that. Password dot count is less than 5. So if this condition is met, that my username count and password count is less than 5, then it will return me false, and then we disable the form. So for that we have written this condition. Now let's create our view, where I need to create a navigation first. So let's create a navigation view. Then inside navigation view I will use form, and let's click resume to see the updates here. Let me just close this part. Okay, so now our form is ready, but we haven't added anything, that's why it is blank. So let's create our section first, so where I will use the two text fields. Now use the first text field. Inside this I need to give one placeholder, that is username, and text as $username. dollar because it is state property, so once we write anything here it will get saved in this username field. Same I have to use for the password, so let's copy paste that. Password. So this is our username and password text field. Now I want to use one more section for this login part, so just remove the extra spacing from here. Okay, now let's create a second section, and inside this I will have one button, and this button's title will be login, and action currently I will give a normal action, so I will just print the message as login pressed. Okay, so now we have our UI ready. Let's just run it and see how it looks and how it works also we can see. So now it's running here on iPhone SE, and it is in dark mode, and you can see here in light mode it looks like this. Also we forgot to give the title, so title here I want to give as, let me just check what is the title in the previous view. It is disabled form, so let's give that. So for that I need to come here at the very end, and here I have to give the title as navigation title. So you can see it is reflecting here. Let's run it again. Title you should give always here for this inside the navigation view braces. Here you have to give the navigation title, or if you want to give buttons on your navigation, so navigation bar items you can pass here. So now our program is running here. You can see the login button is enabled always, and you can see it is also reflecting here. Whenever I press here it is printing. You can see if I press login it is printing here. But what we want to do is we want to disable this. Currently we have the condition ready but we haven't used it. So to disable any section of the form, it is very easy actually. You just have to say here come for the second section, because we have to disable this button, and here you have to say disabled, and by default that is true. So if I run now it will always disable that login button. See here it is not working. If I type anything above 5 also it is not working because I have passed the true condition. But here we have to pass this disable value or property which is dependent on this condition. So if the value is less than 5 then only disable, otherwise you can work. So let's run now and see is it working fine or not. So now you can see if I type 5 letters here, 5 1 2 3 4 5, and after pressing the fifth one this gets enabled, and if I remove it one letter less then it will not work. Also if I say 5 here and if I remove one from here it will disable it. So this is how you can create a view using form, and also you can disable particular section from your form. So this is very easy as compared to UIKit where we need to check the conditions and we have to send that to our view, like we have to disable the button, so we have to say dot enabled equal to false and all those things we don't need to do. This form will directly update it enable or disable property by just our checking this condition. So this is how easy it is in SwiftUI. So that's all guys for today's video. I hope you guys have learned something new, and to keep learning something new in SwiftUI, make sure you subscribe to my channel where I post daily videos like this on different features of SwiftUI. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you. Bye.